Hey, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here with your October 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you were new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below your video. All right, Scorpio, you have a lot going on this month. A lot of us do. As we navigate through Libran season, eclipse season, it is the start of your season at the end of October. So this is a really big month for you. Right away here, I feel a little bit of pressure in the heart chakra. So some of you could be having difficulty expressing your emotions, your feelings, or your love towards another person, towards yourself. Some of you may even have feelings of resentment, bitterness, joy, happiness, all of that coming up to the surface, because I feel like it could be affecting the throat chakra as well. So some of you may find that you're clearing your throat, you have a little bit of an itch or a little bit of a cough, and they're actually showing me here tea. So that came up in another reading as well. Maybe it was Aries or maybe Gemini. But drinking more tea this month can really help you soothe the throat area. I'm getting specifically mint or peppermint tea. And then I also see some sort of detox tea as well. Maybe it has dandelion root in it, but detox tea. So you may be thinking about going on a detox or just purging and getting rid of whatever in your life no longer serves you, whether that is outdated relationships, toxic relationships. It could be food substances. It could be limiting beliefs or thought patterns or fear-based frequencies. I feel like you're really doing the deep dive this month. Now, your overall energy, Scorpio, for the month of October, you have this Taurus energy, which is showing up at the end of the month. And this is about being proud of yourself. Now, we have that Taurus eclipse and full moon around the 28th of October. And this eclipse is actually part of a series of eclipses along the Scorpio-Taurus axis, and it's the last in the series. So it's a really big time to stay consistent, follow through, take something all the way, stay powerful within the choices and decisions that you make. Don't second guess yourself. So again, towards the end of the month, I feel like you can set some goals and really stick with them. Bring something home or bring something to fruition. So again, your overall energy here, Scorpio, is to be proud of yourself. You've overcome a lot. You've come a long way. And even though some of you still struggle with your health, you still struggle with finances, relationships, this eclipse season is bringing about a lot of hidden truths, even within our own selves, within our personal lives, our professional lives, on a global level. So we're going to see things that maybe were hidden, that may have been lodged within the subconscious, or we weren't able to feel like we had access to. Everything is coming out here. Now we have a very powerful solar eclipse in the sign of Libra on the 14th as well. So you may see that you are actually better off than you think you are, or there's a bright opportunity, because I feel like the stars are aligning here for you, Scorpio. The stars are aligning to make and create magic. And that's what I see, because your center energy, you have this Aries, which Aries and Libra are in the north and south nodes at this time. So there's something that spirit is guiding you, which you are spirit as well. It's a oneness. You're being prompted to really go for it. Right? Go for that job. Go for that relationship. Take your health to the next level. This is all about ascension, and you are definitely ascending here. You also have, oh wow, look at, you have reveal what needs to be seen. This is what we've been talking about here. And this is your energy, Scorpio. So yes, all will be revealed. So the things that you felt a little bit foggy on, or the repetitive patterns or repetitious circumstances that you've gone through in the past, where it seems like you can't make progress, or you say, I really want to do this. It's kind of like New Year's resolutions, right? You set those resolutions, you set those goals, and then it tends to taper off. You have a hard time following through or staying consistent. Those things are going to be revealed for you. And with the help of this Taurus eclipse, you're going to be able to stick to a plan or stick to a choice or a decision. I really like this energy here for you. I'm getting a lot of excitement coming in, especially around your birthday. Give or take a few days prior or after your actual birthday. Now I'm hearing here 6, I'm hearing here 7 and 14. So those could be your birth dates. That could be significant for you as well. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm getting, for some of you that have birthdays at the end of the month, specifically maybe even the 31st or the 28th or 29th, I feel like there's going to be a lot of shifts for you. So ends of October, even into the beginning of November, you're definitely going to have a big reveal. And for those of you that have birthdays maybe more mid-November, I feel like you're going to embrace more, right? You're going to embrace more of the flow. It's like it may feel like you haven't quite hit that pace, but again, around your birthday, you'll be able to embrace more because you have lighten up with this Leo energy, and right next to it you do have this Gemini energy, and it says it's time for you to start embracing the flow of life because there's been a lot of resistance here. Self-resistance, resistance by external sources or external influences as well. But I feel like you are shifting your perception from maybe subjective thinking to objective thinking. So I feel like you're definitely focusing on what you can control, but you're also seeing a bigger picture in things. Okay. So again, your overall energy is be proud of yourself because you have revealed a lot and there's still more being revealed. This is about you being able to go with the flow instead of feel like you're getting caught up, right? Distractions. I'm hearing that some of you could be very distracted in a key relationship or in matters of the heart or possibly even finances as well. You're being prompted and guided to go for it. Go for those dreams. Shoot for the stars, right? Take it all the way. Take it home is what I get here for you. I just heard someone is thinking about retirement. If you've been thinking about it or you've been really going back and forth, this is your yes. This is your sign that you've been asking for. Here is the yes. Now we also have here showing up towards the end of the month. I love this. You have this Libran energy, full moon in Libra, which is about balance, right? That's what this whole month brings about for us. Balance in our relationships, balance within our health, balance within our finances. So anything that has been self-destructive or has been built or based on any lower vibrations, lower frequencies, such as fear, ego, control, power, any of that is being revealed. So we can tear that old structure down or that old paradigm and start fresh from, again, a different or new perspective. So again, finding balance is coming in towards the end of the month, Scorpio. There it is. See the bigger picture. We just talked about this. So you'll be able to see things from, again, a greater point of view. And I really love this card. It's been showing up for a lot of signs. A lot of these cards have all across the board because we have a little bit of a communal energy with Libra being in the South Node on a global collective level. We're seeing a lot of the same things happening in our personal lives, professional lives, and again, globally. So we're going to be able to see things for what they truly are. And that's the point of bringing in more balance to our lives. You also have attuned to the divine. This is your final card, final message here, where all of these things that are coming out for you to be seen, to be looked at in a new way, it's going to help you attune to your true calling, your true soul's north, right? It's going to help you be able to pick a path and stick with that path, because some of you felt like you've been wavering. What they're giving me here, and they're showing me this phrase, and I just seen this, the drunken sailor. Okay, so maybe that is, maybe it's the name of a ship. I mean, it could be the name of a place. It could be something that you see. Maybe some of you are sailors and, you're overcoming alcoholism. But I just heard the drunken sailor. That has to be a first. But I feel like you may have felt at times like you were kind of wafting back and forth between your path and you weren't quite sure, and now there's an awakening here happening. So I feel like you're sobering up in a way. There's a big sobering up coming in here for you. Whoa, okay. So we're going to take a look and see what's being revealed, what you don't see coming. We have the Dragon's Duel followed by the Camel Boy. Okay, what else do we have? We're going to get 4 cards here. So the Dragon's Duel. Wow. Wow. Scorpio, check this out. You have the Winged Wise Ones. Libra is an air sign, and this is the Winged Wise Ones as well. And it talks about angelic help and miraculous aid, and it landed right on the Dragon's Duel, which the Dragon's Duel is about inner conflict, morality, and conscious choice. So again, for those of you, I just get that there's this big sobering up. It's like a wake-up call. It's like a splash of water in the face, and boom, it's like you're awake here. So for those of you who felt maybe like you were staggering, right? That drunken sailor energy. Maybe you felt like you were just staggering through to the next steps in your relationship or in your career. You were kind of feeling a little bit hazy, maybe blocked. There's a big sobering energy coming in, but it's for you. Because some of you, this inner conflict has been very, very difficult to navigate through. You may have been asking for signs and messages from spirit, only to then second guess and say, is this my intuition? Is this my higher self? Is this my ego? Is this my truth? What the hell is going on? It's all mixed together, right? But when the Dragon's Duel comes up here, what you don't see coming is that you actually have the Winged Wise Ones coming in to help aid you, to help splash that water in your face, to help you see clearly, right? To help you have the miracle and embrace the miracle that not only you are, Scorpio, but have that miraculous assistance, support, help, and aid that you have been asking for. However that shows up for you, excuse me, it could show up in the form of a soulmate. It could show up in the form of a new job offer. For others of you, it could show up in the form of an apology, right? It could show up in the form of clarity, having that clarity to be able to make a conscious choice. And we talk about the subconscious early on here. So now that something is coming up, awakening within your subconscious is coming to the surface for you to finally be able to choose, your morals, your integrity, for you to align with your true soul north. I'm hearing here, not compromising, your morals. And some of you, you've compromised your integrity or your morals in the past. That's why you've asked for assistance here, because maybe you've always felt that maybe you've been in a career that you didn't necessarily believe what they were putting out there was helpful or was right. It went against your morals, but you felt like you had to stay in it because of the paycheck. And it was a dissonance happening each and every day. You would walk in and you'd say, well, this company is making these harmful products. I really don't like that. I would like to see more earth-based products, right? Or these people are just throwing pills and medication and pharmaceuticals. We're over here. I'd really like to embrace the holistic side. So there's something that goes against your morals. Same with a relationship. It could be a relationship. It could be your health. Maybe you've always wanted to maintain a healthy sense of energy or focus or weight or, just feeling good on all levels, body, mind, and soul. But there's something that you may do or don't do, for that matter, that affects your own morals, your own beliefs. It's like it pushes against the grain here. And I feel like you have now a conscious choice to feed a new dragon, right? You know how they say, which wolf or which dragon are you going to feed? It's either this one or this one. It's completely up to you. This is about you making a conscious choice. Now, I'm not saying that there is a right or a wrong choice, but there is a choice here, Scorpio, that can help you align more with your morals, your integrity, and your beliefs. That's going to feel better instead of like you're resisting. Because that resistance can feel like a struggle, like a challenge, like we're not living our purpose. You still are. But you've taken a path that is, a little more challenging, a little more struggle, right? And I feel like you're done with that. That's why this angelic help is coming in. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a Wheel of Fortune, a Tower, a Judgment card, possibly even the Hanged Man, because I'm getting a lot of that perspective shift. Now you also have the Camel Boy. The Camel Boy is all about taking those small steps, right? Asking for help. So some of you may have a really difficult time asking because maybe in your belief system, you've had to do everything all by yourself, right? Maybe your belief system says from a very young age, maybe that ego piece of yourself, that subjective perception that you have says, I have to do this my way, or this is only going to get done if I do it, or I'm the only one that's able to take the steps towards this, right? But it's okay to ask for help, because the truth of the matter is help is available here. Even if you don't believe it, right? That's just your perspective, your belief that, well, I have to do it on my own, or, there won't be any help. And some of you are saying, well, Melissa, that's the truth. That's what's showing up. But that's in your reality. That doesn't have to be the reality, right? I hope you're following me there. So asking for help and receiving it, you can shift the paradigm. And that's what I see happening here. Because what else we have is you have the Ego King. Wow. Literally, you have the big picture showing up twice, right? You have see the big picture. You have it here and here, and then you have angelic help. So wow, whatever you guys have going on, this is big, because not only do you have angelic help showing up twice with the winged wise ones, you also have asking for help, you have angelic help again, and you have big picture. So Spirit is coming in, definitely offering you some sort of aid, some sort of assistance. So don't let those perceptive beliefs that you don't deserve help or help's not available, don't let that kind of come in and interfere with what's right here, what's available here to you, because Spirit wants to help you. But sometimes we can be our own worst critic, right? We can self-sabotage. We can put up a hand and say, no, I don't really need that, because I've always had to do it myself, so I might as well keep going, right? You're shifting that mentality. So let's take a look and clarify. We're going to read here card 23, the Dragon's Duel, because I want to take a deep dive into this inner conflict, this conscious choice here. We flipped right to the page. So what you don't see coming, this is showing up as the ally and the challenger, which is interesting. So in this deck, one of my favorites that's actually not used often, but Spirit wanted us to use this deck for this reading here. It's the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and it shows up as an ally and as a challenger. And this is showing up as both combined. So again, it's how you perceive. The Dragon's Duel takes place at the proverbial fork in the road. It's both the ally and challenger at once, as it represents the tension of opposites. Even though the truth is that we live in unity, we experience the duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. This aspect of your current experience asks you to accept that although you may be going one way, another may call you to change direction. Now is the time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul leading you. There are always choices in life. Decision-making also solves inner conflict. If you're torn between two dragons, the one that you choose to feed will become the one that wins. Yes, we just talked about that. Which is it? If it's not the one that serves the highest of your intentions, deliberately feed the other and the duel will be won in your favor. Wow. So again, I do see that a lot of that inner conflict for you, Scorpio, really has to do with, well, how do I know, right? How do I know that this is my highest calling, right? Is this path serving my highest good? You're going to know. Some of you are overthinking. If there's a lot of resistance, right? If there's just struggle after struggle after struggle, Spirit is saying, surrender, right? That's that Hanged Man. Spirit is saying just surrender, because you will be led. You will be guided. Here's the help. Sometimes our ego pushes and pushes and pushes and thinks that we need to be on a specific path when really the angels are here. They've been here all along. Spiritual help has been here all along, guiding you to go in a different path that aligns more with your service, with your higher calling here. Okay, so you may be just conflicted within the ego. I feel like you're going to choose consciously to feed that dragon that is all about seeing the big picture, right? Instead of just that one-way thinking, one-track thinking. Let's take a look at the Eagle King, because we obviously see that, yes, angelic help, asking for help, small steps. But let's take a look at card 12. And you know what? Card 12 is actually the Hanged Man, which we've been really getting a lot of that Hanged Man energy. And we'll pull some tarot here to clarify at the end as well. The Eagle King as the ally. The Eagle King is a sign that your highest destiny is within reach. You're on the right path now, even if you can't see where you're going. The Eagle King soars high above the mountains and valleys of life and is able to see the big picture when you seem to be lost in a bit of a fog. He makes a formidable ally as he takes your prayers up towards the sun and releases them to the divine. They will be answered for the highest good of all. It's a fortunate omen when the Eagle King decides to be your ally. Wow, okay. So I am going to read to you the short challenger, because some of you are still stuck in that ego mentality of feeding that dragon that is, really does feed off the ego. The Eagle King challenges you to see a higher purpose to events. Not everything is meant to come to pass according to your specifications. If you can't see the forest for the trees, stand back for a while and let the Eagle King fly high on your behalf. There's that energy of surrender that we just talked about here. Perhaps it's time to speak to someone who has objectively and an ability to see the bigger picture where you don't. Just remember that even when things don't go the way you expect, there's always a reason for the detour. Yes, absolutely. This goes hand in hand with everything we've been talking about here. So for those of you that felt a little bit stuck, right, there's definitely aid and assistance coming in. So let's clarify. We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Let's take a look here and see what is coming in. We have reveal what needs to be seen, embrace the flow, and lighten up. Let's take a look at that energy, because Spirit's proud of you. Are you proud of you? What needs to be seen that maybe we're having a difficult time seeing from that higher perspective? Let's get that. Okay, and actually it hopped right over here. And the cards have been doing that lately, where there's a lot of cards coming in at once, or at least more than one. You see 4 here, and they've actually been shooting out where we need to talk about. So this could be towards the end of the month. Again, this is more towards that Taurus partial eclipse. There's the Ace of Wands. You have here the Six of Wands. You have the Knight of Wands, and you have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like there is an opportunity here to bring in balance with the Six of Pentacles, but it feels a little bit one-sided at this time. So again, towards the end of the month, you actually have this Libran card saying find a balance. So we're seeing that clarified here. Now, the Ace of Wands, Six of Wands, and Knight of Wands is all about you fearing that you will not be as successful as maybe you hope to be, or the ego may be caught up in needing to be seen, needing to be heard, or in the spotlight here. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I just heard with the Six of Wands, you feel overlooked in a situation. You may feel overlooked. You may feel even shamed, humiliated, or feel like you failed or let someone down, or someone's let you down. But there is an opportunity here for a new beginning. The Ace of Wands is all about chasing those dreams. It is about passion, desire. It is about creativity and purpose. It is about invention and optimism. And I feel for you, it's important to know that you have what it takes to succeed and move forward, because the Knight of Wands is an action card, right? Move forward, not just move forward and take the steps, right? But to feel alive and passionate as you do so. Spirit is saying here that if you're brave enough, which I know you are, Scorpio, if you're brave enough for this new beginning and to say yes, then you're going to be more successful than you think. And there's some sort of recompense energy or compensation that you will be treated generously or fairly. But there has to be that shift into, for one, being proud of yourself. Reveal, something has to be revealed in order for you to say yes to this beginning, okay, within yourself. I feel like this is shining a spotlight on some of your own fears, some of your own wounds, right? Some of your own shadows even, because the Six of Wands can feel like I'm not good enough, right? I'm not good enough to accomplish, or I'm not going to be seen. I'm not going to be recognized, but I feel like you will. Even though you haven't in the past, you don't have to let that subjective thinking or that perception hold you in that cycle, hold you in that imprisonment, that self-imprisonment that sometimes we hold ourselves in, right? Like the Eight of Swords. You're getting out. Why? How? Because Spirit is handing you the key. You have the key here. That's what this angelic help is all about. Let's see what else we need to know. Messages from Spirit. What action steps can we take to move forward and feed that dragon that is based in our highest good for Scorpio? What do we need to know? What's the outcome here? Okay, thank you. Everyone has been getting this Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is about self-sufficiency. The Nine of Pentacles is about creating a life that you're proud of, Scorpio, that you love, that you don't have to rely on others. But at the same time, that can also be a little bit of a hindrance. For those of you that feel, well, I only can rely on myself, it can bring in a sense of loneliness, emptiness. Also, for those of you that have struggled with the follow through, I feel like you're finally following through, because this is a really beautiful omen of good finances. It is about being able to enjoy the luxuries, have the things in life that you want, but most importantly, feel good inside. And that's actually manifesting in your outer world, because you have it going on here. You believe, you trust in yourself, and you know that you are worthy of great things. The Lovers, for some of you, there has been a separation or an important partnership that there's been a little bit of a disconnect. Some of you, maybe if you are single, this is what you've been wanting to attract, okay? And you've been single for quite some time, because the Nine of Pentacles, she can be on her own. But I do feel here with this Queen of Swords, there's a new sense of clarity coming in. And this is Libra, and we are entering Libra, and we are in Libran season. So this Queen of Swords, when she gets focused, there's no stopping her. And wow, look at that. There's the behind bars that we were just seeing here with that cup behind the bar. But I feel like you have this key. It doesn't have to be such a struggle. You have the Five of Wands in reverse, which I like to see, because it means that there doesn't have to be so much competition. There doesn't have to be such challenge, okay? Some of you may have felt like there was a lot of saturation in the market, in the career, in your career. It could be in the dating field. For those of you that are in a relationship, this could be a lot of fighting or arguing between the both of you, where you've just kind of separated your energy. There may have even been hurtful words as well. But I feel like you're receiving help instead of it feeling like you're trying to one up, or everyone else is trying to one up you, or it just feels like a challenge, right? When the Five of Wands, you see that someone's on the ground. He really wants and could use a help up, but nobody's willing to kind of grab his hand in need, because they're too busy trying to focus on grabbing that sun. I feel like now you're seeing that there's a sense of oneness. There's a sense of help and support and aid and love. And you're opening your heart up more to these opportunities, and you're getting clear on what it is that you want. You're still using your mind, but I feel like your heart is really opening to a level that you haven't felt for quite some time. This is really beautiful. Let's get a few messages from your animal guides. What does Scorpio need to know for October 2023? Okay, they're giving me here the word pyramid. Pyramid, okay, so some of you, maybe you have a business, or maybe you live on Pyramid Road, or maybe you can see a pyramid shape in front of you right at this time. Please take that as it resonates, okay? Maybe some of you live in Egypt, or you're traveling to go view the pyramids, okay? There's something with the energy of pyramids. All right, you have the pigeon, channeling. It's about gentleness and coming back home to yourself. I also just heard here, home is where the heart is. So some of you may have struggled to find home or your place in the world or that sense of oneness and belonging, but that's shifting. That's what this Libran energy in the South Node is all about, for us to kind of come together, raise the vibration of the planet together, and be able to see things for what they truly are instead of facades, illusions, and denials. Next, you have kangaroo, quantum leaps, direction, and it's all about that maternal energy as well. So what are you ready to birth, right? What is ready to come out of that pouch of yours? And I feel like a lot of you, once you decide with that Queen of Swords, once you decide what this next maybe trip around the sun or what the next move is for you, you're realizing that you don't have to have all of the specifics or all the details of the how. You just have to be willing to take that leap. And you're going to see that this leap is probably one of the biggest that you've ever made, but it's going to be one of the most satisfying. And you have the hippopotamus. I love this card. Every time I see this card, I always get, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas, right? So this is about stimulation. A lot of you are being stimulated at this time, mentally, physically, emotionally. There is a crackle of excitement, a crackle of electricity as you near your birthday, because it's all about you, right? It's about you, your growth, reflection, taking a look at how far you've come, but also setting yourself up for the next trip around the sun, right? And there is an emergence that's happening within you. When this hippopotamus comes out of the water, you can't miss them, right? So I feel like a lot of you are actualizing your goals, but you're emerging from maybe the depths of within. And you're taking it to the next level. You're breaking through barriers. You're coming in strong. You're coming in with a bang. Some of you are leaving behind a situation as well, and you're actually taking a leap. You've been ready for this leap for quite some time, I'm hearing, but it's been difficult because maybe you've been feeding the ego's path, right, or the ego's direction. And I feel like you're definitely taking a conscious choice into this new energy here that's going to help you attune more to the divine. That is what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope it helps. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your journey and for being here today. If this does resonate, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel. If you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so much for tuning in, Scorpio. Lots of love.